We're Sweetheart Survivals. I'm Charla.
I'm Justin.
And what are we playing?
Today we are playing Through the Ages.
Which game? Because there's like 3 different
Yes.
settings.
First of all, for those of you that are in the know, this is the first Through the Ages. This is not the new one. There's a new one coming out very shortly. This is Through the Ages, A Story of Civilization, and there's another one coming out, A New Story of Civilization.
That's not what it's called.
I think so, yeah.
It's called something better than that, isn't it?
I think it's just A New Story of Civilization.
Oh.
Yeah. Like it's Through the Ages, A New Story of Civilization.
Oh, it sounds better when you say the whole thing.
There you go. Yeah. So this is the first edition. There's 3 games that you can play within Through the Ages. There is the basic game, or the simple game, I think it's called. Simple game. Then there's the advanced, and then there's the complete.
Simple.
Yeah.
And then on the back is
advanced and complete.
Right.
Good.
The other 2 I was going to say.
Yeah.
So we're going to play simple today.
Yeah, today we're just going to do a simple one. This will be kind of like an introduction to the game and the mechanisms. And then later on we'll do another Twitch sometime whenever we get a chance.
In the near future. Well, yeah.
We'll do the advanced, and we haven't actually played the complete game yet.
No, we've been saving it.
Yeah.
Until we feel very confident with the advanced.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, first thing you have to do is you have to set up your player board, and everything is labeled where everything goes. So, you get all these little yellow bits, and they all go into the circles, and that is potential population. You start off with 1 unused worker, and then you have 1 group of warriors, 2 bronze mines, 2 farms, and 1 philosophy lab. All ready to go. And you got to put all these blue markers out, and these are going to represent your resources. If they are on a mine, they represent like ore and money. If they're on a farm, they represent food. So very simple. We have our original government, despotism. Despotism? I don't know how to pronounce that.
Despotism, probably.
Something like that.
But it's an O, so maybe you're right. Despotism. Desportism.
There's no R in there.
Someone will tell us.
Despotism.
We could use that YouTube thing and it will tell us.
Possibly. Now this gives us 2 of these little red markers and 4 of these white markers, and those are actions. So the white markers are your civil actions. That's how many civil things you can do on your turn. And the red one are military
your
actions.
Your uncivil actions.
Your uncivilized actions. For military. And then this little 2 with the arrow means that our urban buildings, which at the start are just our labs and temples, has a maximum of 2. So we can't have more than 2 on each of these.
And that means 2 yellow candies.
Yep.
I always got it mixed up because I was seeing it wrong. The wrong way. I was seeing the gray card was a building.
Oh, nope.
But it's the candy is the building.
This means you have one of those buildings or organizations or something set up and staffed, and it's producing.
Right.
Yep.
They're the philosophizing.
Yep. So they're producing the philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all set up. We have some extra cubes left over. Those are important in the advanced game, but we don't really need them for this game. But we do have one for our happiness. In the simple game, happiness is just worth points. Mm-hmm. So you don't really have to worry about it in terms of it messing up your game. But at the end of the game, you get points for how much happiness you get. Mm-hmm. And I believe it's 2 points per happiness.
Yeah. And that's a valid strategy for the simple game.
Yeah. The next thing we have is all the stuff that's set up over here. So this is how much knowledge
we've accumulated.
Which we start at 0. This is our current strength. We both have 1 warrior, so we start off with a strength of 1 each. In the simple game, there's no aggression or war. So for the simple game, just like happiness, strength is just worth bonus points at the end of the game.
Yeah, because you don't really get into the warmongering at the beginning.
No.
Is that the right word?
Kind of, yeah.
Too mean.
In the next game, the advanced game, you can actually get into aggression and battles, and then strength becomes very important. The next we have is this is to track how much culture we accumulate at the end of our turn.
And
so right now it's 0
equals victory points.
That's right. And up here at the very top, this is our current score in culture, which of course is 0. And then finally we have this science track, which tracks how much science we gain at the end of each round. So at the end of our first round, we're going to gain 1 science point because we have a philosophy lab.
Right.
Then we have the A deck, and that is the Age of Antiquity, which is kind of like just like the setup round. So we have, this is the military deck. It's been shuffled, and it goes into current events.
You said military deck. That's
yep.
Oh, okay.
And then we have the civil deck, which is also, you start off with the Age of Antiquity. And what happens with the civil deck is it gets a whole bunch of cards played out onto the board.
You're going to have to tell me what they are because I can't see way down there.
No problem. There we go. Alright, so these little dots down here, when it's your turn, what you can do with your civil actions is you can spend them to grab the cards. So if you want one of these cards, it's going to cost you 1 civil action to grab one of those cards. If you want one of these, it's going to get more and more expensive as it goes up, or you can wait for them to shuffle down and get cheaper and hope that the other player doesn't snag them out from under you.
Right. And I don't know if
yep.
you can see on screen, they kind of have a very slight differentiating color. That's kind of a lighter section, and this is kind of a medium section.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if on screen it might come out better, because I don't know if you can see those dots.
You can kind of see it.
To make it a little easier for you to follow along.
Now the kind of cards that are going to come out here is we've got these yellow cards. The yellow cards are interesting. You get them and you can't play them immediately, so you usually just put them down for your next turn, and you play them and they give you an immediate benefit, and then they're just gone. The purple cards, when you grab one of those, they go immediately down on your board, and they are in construction, and they're wonders. You can't get another wonder until you've completed the first one that you put down. And then after you built wonders, getting additional wonders becomes more and more expensive. But they give you lots of benefits, and they don't require you to put workers on them, which is why they're quite powerful.
Which is why you have to spend more to get more.
Yeah. The green are leaders. You need to pay to pick them up, and then you need to actually spend an action to put them into play, and they give you a bonus. You can only ever take 1 leader from each age. And then there's other cards. There's going to be upgraded buildings for our temples and labs. There's going to be upgrade buildings for our mines and farms, upgrade military units. There's going to be other kinds of urban buildings that you put on the side of your board.
Like the gray ones.
Yeah.
So I have a question about the leaders. You said you can only ever have 1 from each age.
Yep.
Like if I take Aristotle
Yep.
and put him here, I can't dismiss him with an age A leader?
Nope.
It has to be a number 1 leader.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. Excuse me. And that is everything set up. So the first thing we got to do in the very first round is we take all of our actions off the board.
And one thing we didn't mention is you're going to have a hand size.
Yes.
Which is how many of the white civil actions you have.
Yep.
But that's only at the end of your turn.
Correct. You got it. Although, actually, for these civil actions, if you've got a hand of 4 civil cards in your hand, you can't pick up another card. So it's not at the end of your turn. In the advanced game, the military cards is at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a little
That's
confusing.
Different.
But in the basic game, there's no military cards, so you don't have to worry about your hand limit for those.
So if you have 4 cards, you just spend 1 if you want to pick one up.
Yeah. And I've been in situations playing where I really wanted to get a card, but I had my full hand, and I couldn't get rid of any of the cards either. So don't pick up a card unless you know you can use it.
That's a good strategy. Sometimes there was one game that we played the last time I played with you.
Yep.
I think I had a card in my hand the entire game. I just could not get it out of my hand.
Yeah. Now there's a trick around that. If you got your hand limit and you don't have a wonder that you're constructing, you can still pick up a wonder because a wonder doesn't go into your hand. It immediately goes down. So it doesn't count towards your hand limit.
Right. As long as you aren't constructing one at the moment.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So that is everything set up for the simple game. We have the Age 1 civil deck here. So as soon as we're done going through all the Antiquity Age, we'll go through Age 1. And then when this is gone, that'll be the end of the game.
Who's going to be P1?
I don't know. How shall we determine that?
I'll put 2 of these color cubes in my palm, and you will close your eyes and pick one.
Okay.
How do the rules say you're supposed to determine first player?
No idea. Okay. So I gotta choose one of these.
Yes.
This feels like green. It's not.
That's so purple.
Alright, so the first player only gets 1. Actually, you can choose. You won, so you get to choose. Do you want to be first or second? Second
what are those
gets 2.
cards up there then?
Alright, Rich Land.
I'm going to be first, actually.
Okay.
I see what I want to buy.
What do you want to buy?
The Hanging Gardens.
I figured. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I didn't even need to know what the other things were. So I used up my 1 action.
Yep, that was it. You're done. And now I get 2. So I'm going to spend 1 to get a work of art. Because, yeah.
That's extra points.
Yep. And I'm going to spend 1 to get a Library of Alexandra.
That's probably kind of cool too, actually.
Well, it gives me 1 civilization point, 1 science point, and I can have 1 extra civil card and 1 extra military card in my hand. Boom.
Libraries rock.
Yeah. So, that is the end of the first round. Now, these get shuffled out of the game.
And you can tell because it says for a 4-player, 3-player, and a 2-player game, those are the ones. They get off each turn.
Yep.
Round turn.
They shuffle down.
And then we replace them with these ones.
Yep.
Although we should have read out the other cards.
I'll go through them in a second.
Our viewers.
Yep. Now, normally what happens at the end of a person's turn is while the next person is doing their things, they can do all their cleanup, but we tend to keep an eye on what each player's doing, so we tend to just stop and do it now. So the first thing that happens is production. So farms produce.
Right.
So we've got
and
2 of them.
We don't have to pay attention, you said, to the sad faces. So
Nope.
It starts at 2. Farms produce.
Yep.
2 food. Then you need to pay your workers.
We don't have any consumption, so we don't have to pay any food for that. And then mines produce.
It rolled away. You're going to get to see how fiddly these little candies are.
Yeah. And in the simple game, we don't have to worry about corruption, so we ignore that.
Awesome.
Yep. And then that is it. So then all of these.
Just come back.
Yep. And now we get our first full round. And that means you, because you're first player. In fact,
I
this
get
should
to
be over
read
here.
this.
Yeah.
Development of trade routes. Each civilization scores 1 science and produces 1 ore and 1 bag of food.
Actually, that reminds me, we both should have gotten a science. So, what happens? Each civilization scores 1 science. Okay.
Cha-ching. 1 ore.
1 ore.
1 food.
1 food. Nice. Alright, and you are first player, which means it is now your go. The cards, we've got Ideal Building Site. Build a new urban building, pay 1 less. Revolutionary Idea gives you 1 science. We have 2 leaders. Hammurabi, who takes away a military and gives you an extra civil action. Aristotle, every time you take a technology card from the row, you get 1 science point. Patriotism. This round you have 1 extra military action and 1 extra ore for building military units.
That's really not good for the simple game.
No. There's actually quite a few cards in the simple game that aren't that useful, but that's okay. It lets you focus on just getting used to how the game works and flows.
Yep.
Then we have 2 wonders, which neither of us can take. Another ideal building site. We got Homer. For each round, you have 1 extra ore for building military units. Up to 2 of your warrior units produce 1 culture each. In the simple game especially, that is a great way to get some points very early on. Build 1 stage of a wonder and pay 2 less. Increase your population for full price and then produce 1 food. Then we got Alexander, which gives you +1 strength for each military unit. And Moses, who increases your population for 1 less.
1 food less.
And you got your full 4 civil actions and 2 of your...
well, I think I'm going to take that ideal building site.
Ideal building site, okay. There you go.
I'm just going to count here because cards are going to slide down no matter... They're going to slide down 3 no matter what I take. Yep. They could slide down 4 if I took one of those other 2.
Okay.
So 1, 2,
okay,
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just wondering about the leaders. That's what I'm just thinking about because Justin mentioned how awesome Homer was. And I'm wondering if there's a way I can just leave the card so that I don't make him pay 2 for Homer if he really wants him.
Well...
I think there is.
If you don't get any of these...
Yeah.
These 2 will slide down, so that means he's going to go 1, 2, 3. And then, if I want him, it will cost me 2. Yep. As long as you don't take any of these.
Right. Well, I can't take the wonders.
Aristotle is interesting.
But I was thinking about... Yeah, Aristotle's cool, but I also like how do you say that?
Hammurabi. He's awesome too.
Because I would get an extra civil action and 1 less military action, which you really don't even use military actions in a simple game. So he seems kind of smart.
But if you take Hammurabi,
then you'll get Homer 1 action. These are the decisions that you have to make in the simple game.
Yep.
So I don't know what to do. And if I don't take, how do you say his name again?
Hammurabi?
You can take him for 1 civil action.
Yeah. But maybe you want to keep him there to entice me so that I don't get Homer because Homer's going to give me lots of points.
But if I keep him there, then he's going to disappear the next round and I won't have anyone.
Well, that's why you get Aristotle and hope I take Hammurabi, or you take Hammurabi and know that I'm taking Homer. There's your decision.
Bum, bum. Well, whatever. I'm gonna make it 2 of the hanging gardens.
There you go.
So what I do is I take 2 of my ore, put 1 on to cover that I spent 2 ore, and I put the other ore back.
Yep.
And then I think it would have probably been smarter for me to make a new worker because it cost me 2 ore for that, and you're gonna have to do that next time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take another action to make another worker because that costs me 2 food.
Yep.
And I have 2 food.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about feeding my people right now. So I have 1 of these actions left. Which card am I going to take? Aristotle or Hammurabi? Or just go for that, get some extra light bulb.
It's interesting because if you take Aristotle, you don't have to focus on your labs and getting science because he'll get you science.
He gives me science for what again?
Every time you take a card from this row that's a technology card, you gain a science point.
And a technology card is any card that...
Anything that requires science. Which there's nothing on the board right now, but they'll be coming out soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Or 1 civil action and lose 1 military action and know that I'm taking Homer. What are you going to do?
But if I take Aristotle, I can still take Homer.
No.
Only if I don't play Aristotle.
I don't think so. I think you can take 1 leader per age. Let me double check it. But I'm
because I would just be denying myself 1 card in my hand limit if I took Aristotle and never ever played him.
Yeah. Because there would be no way to get rid of him. And as far as I know, you are allowed to take a single leader card per age.
Well, I know for sure.
Regardless of whether or not you put them into play.
For sure. I do not want Alexander the Great or Moses.
Where are the leaders? Here we go. Yeah, you can only take one leader card from each age.
I am going to take Aristotle.
Okay. It goes into your hand. All right. You are done?
I am out of civil actions, and I don't think I can take any military actions.
Okay, doke. So this card is out of the game. These slide down.
We might have to like put a little note. This is the longest turn ever. If you want to skip it to the end, here it is. Oh, there's Julius Caesar. It's too late now. I have Aristotle. Add +1 to your strength. Oh,
and gain 1 military action.
That doesn't help you in the simple game.
Alexander the Great's not bad because you get points for your strength at the end of the game. So every military unit gives you an additional +1 strength.
That's only if you have him as your leader at the end of the game.
It's true. It is possible in the simple game. In the advanced game, as soon as you hit age 2, your leaders from antiquity are dead.
They croak, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, Jinx. Thanks for messing up my hair. I love you too. Yeah, you're a good girl. Except you can't play with the candies.
Get down, fool.
Just take. Yep, that's a good spot for you.
There you go. Are you comfy? All right. Okay, so it's my go. Now, do I want Homer for 2 or Hammurabi for 1? I got lots of things to do. So I think I'm just going to spend 1 to get Hammurabi.
And no one is having Homer.
And I'm spending 1 to put Hammurabi into action, which means I get rid of one of those, and I pick up one of those, which I will spend right now in order to use my work of art to get me 6 points. Ho ho! I'm winning.
Yeah, I know.
And I got 2 actions left. The first thing I'm going to do is spend 1 to spend 2 of my food and get another worker. And then I'm going to spend 1 to spend 2 of my ore to create another mine.
You had such a more brilliant turn than me.
That's pretty good. So that is the end of my turn, which means these are out of the game. These are going to shuffle down.
These ones come out. That one is Knights for Science and Frederick Barbosa.
Ooh, Joan of Arc.
She's good.
Your temples give you +1 strength for each of their happy faces, and every time there is an aggression or war waged against you, you score 5 points. I was playing a game once where I had like very little strength. It was the advanced game, and all the other people had lots of strength. But I had Joan of Arc, and they didn't want to attack me because every time they did, 5 points. It was awesome.
And Mr. Barbosa is 1 civil action. For 1 civil action, you can increase your population by 1 worker and build a new military unit with it. This costs you 1 food less and 1 ore less than usual.
Cool.
He's a fighter.
That's cool. The Knights, these red cards.
You better not be on camera doing that.
No.
Okay.
The red cards are updated. These are technology cards, and they update your military. So the cavalry actually gives you another military unit, a cavalry unit, and it's worth 2 strength, which is kind of cool.
And would that count for my military?
Yep.
My science man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, anything that has those light bulbs
counts for
good.
my science man.
So, I shuffled them down. It's your turn, which means before we do anything else, we have to do all this. Yep.
Okay.
Jinx, get down.
Careful.
There we go. So, first of all, our farms
We
produce.
make the food.
And we still don't have any consumption yet, so we're good.
We
and then
make
our mines
the ore.
produce. And then we still are at +1 science, so we both get a science point. None of us are making anything else yet. So that's done. And then it's an event. The development of crafts. Each civilization produces 2 ore.
That's magical.
Yeah, that's very helpful.
Okay.
And
Now,
it is your go.
we've got the pyramids, which I can't have. What's the second one?
Build a new urban building, pay 1 less.
Nice. Can't have Homer. What's the engineering?
Build 1 stage of a wonder, pay 2 less.
Nice.
Increase your population, and then your civilization produces 1 food. And that's the same thing.
Okay. I am going to see what these cards are. Well, I'm not going to be taking a technology card anytime soon from the looks of that. So I don't really have to put him down right away. Build a new urban building. Which is that?
These are urban buildings.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Whoops. So I'm not going to play those cards.
Because these are outside the city, these are in the city.
I'll try to remember. I'm going to take the ideal building site.
Okay.
For one of these.
Right on.
I'm going to take the engineering thing.
Okay.
One of these.
Yep.
I'm going to build a new mine.
Okay.
And I'm going to build on my hanging garden.
Okay.
And I don't think I can do anything with these.
And you only have 4 cards in your hand?
I have 2 here. And
Perfect.
now I have to add those 2 to it.
Nice. You are done?
Yes.
Okay, so these are out of the game. And then we shuffle these down.
Now we have the printing press.
Nice.
That gives you a harp and a light bulb, and
Yep.
it costs you 3 light bulbs to put it down. Leonardo da Vinci.
He's cool. He's like super science dude.
Oh, maybe I want him.
Your best lab or library produces an additional amount of science equal to its level. And every time you play a technology card, your civilization produces 1 ore.
Ooh. I'm always scared of them though, because he looks like Cthulhu.
He's got a beard.
His beard looks like Cthulhu.
Okay.
But he's Leonardo DiCaprio. Da Vinci. I know the difference. Monarchy is you cover this up when you play it and you get extra dooflickies.
Now it's very interesting how you play a government card. There's 2 science numbers. There's the 3 and then in brackets there's a 9. So the 3 is if you pay on your turn your very first civil action and then you play monarchy and only spend the 3 science, it takes up all of your civil actions for that entire round. So basically you have like a bit of a revolution and your government changes and it's cheap sciencey, but your whole round is done.
But if you're rich with the light bulbs, you can just pay 9.
Yeah, and you pay 9 and then you have a peaceful transition from one government to the other. It also brings up your limit of civil buildings, which is nice.
And then this breakthrough here, play a technology for full price, and then score 2 light bulbs.
Yep. Alright, so my turn, and I don't think there's anything out there that I really want to spend points on. Increase your population and then produce 1 food. Like, that just seems like kind of a bit of a wasted turn. So, I've got stuff.
Are they both the same? Yellow card?
Yeah.
Oh, they're both the same yellow card.
They're both exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well.
6 what? Oh, or.
1, 2, 3, and 4 actions to spend all 6, and I built my wonder.
That's lame-o.
So I get...
Well, at least you spent all your actions.
I still got 1 action. I get plus 1 science.
Almost all of them.
And I get plus 1 culture.
Harpsichord.
And I can have extra civil cards and extra military cards in my hand. Nice. Now I've got 1 more action. So I'm going to spend this to spend 2 food. And get an extra worker in my pool.
Makes sense.
And then I have a military action.
What can you do with your military? You don't have any order to make a soldier.
Nope. So I could destroy a soldier if I wanted to, bring my strength down, but that seems silly, so I'm done.
Oh, I do it opposite than you.
I know.
I'm like, I pull them off and then I put them back on. But they're supposed to start here and then you're supposed to pull them back off?
Well, it's the exact same thing as like this, where the stuff that's on it represents what you have.
Okay.
That's how I see it. All right, so that's the end of that round. So the first thing we do is our farms produce food.
I'm getting too fooded over here.
Our mines produce ore.
See, because I would have had corruption this round if I didn't spend some of the food.
Yep. And then we both get 1 science point. I get an extra science point, and then I get a culture point. Yeah. Cha-ching. My library is awesome.
It's all right. You didn't take those 3 cards off.
Nope. These 3 cards come off. They're out of the game. These are going to shuffle down.
Now we're going to have irrigation, so it's going to upgrade your farm for 3 light bulbs.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. And the exact same thing.
Okay.
And the exact same thing.
Seriously?
No, bread and circuses.
I was gonna say.
Bread and circuses, so it's 3 light bulbs. It costs you 4 ore to make 1, and you get 1 defense and 2 happy faces.
Nice. That's cool. And it is your go, so we have an event.
Event!
The development of warfare. Each player with an unused worker may immediately build a warrior unit for free.
Oh, yeah.
Which means their defense both goes up by 1.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Your go.
First off,
dun, dun, dun.
I am going to spend one of my civil actions to build 1 stage of my wonder and pay 2 rocks less.
Nice.
So that finishes that.
Cool.
So these go back, and my wonder net can now go on my completed side.
Nice. So your happiness goes up twice,
2
and
happy faces.
you are getting culture
1
points.
harpsichord. Yep. Now let's see here. What's the best thing for me to do? What does that Great Wall do?
Adds +1 to the strength for each infantry and archery unit.
Gives me a happy face.
A happy face, and you'll generate 1 culture per round.
But because I have Aristotle, I'm probably going to have to focus more on not wonders, probably. I don't want to give my strategy away to Justin, but it's probably no secret.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that one's the frugal one.
Yeah, increase your population, and then your civilization goes up by 1.
Okay, so, let's see what depending on what he does.
Well, it's depending on what you do, because you go first.
I know, but I'm trying to count if what I want to get in my next turn, it might still be there, depending on what you do next turn.
I gotcha.
Or you might just
mess you up.
Maybe. We'll see. I'm going to make Aristotle my leader, so that's going to cost me another white candy.
Okay.
And let's see. Urban buildings are these things.
Yes.
So I need to make the worker, so that's going to cost me 2 food sacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was another action. And then I would like to build a new urban building and pay 1 less.
Okay.
So I am going to build philosophy or religion. I think it's going to have to be religion. So I can pay 1 less. So it's 2 instead of 3, and this worker can now be a religious person.
So you get 1 more harp for culture, and your happiness goes up 1.
Happiness. And that cost me my last.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
You done?
Yeah, well, I have this, but
yeah,
I don't think I can do anything with it.
In the advance game, at the end of your turn, if you have military actions left over, you spend them to get military cards in your hand.
Which is cool, because then you've got those things that you can... Yeah.
Whereas in the simple game, it doesn't really happen, so it just doesn't happen.
Iron, so that upgrades your mine. Patriotism. This round you have 1 extra military action and earn 2 extra for building your military units. And this
theology.
You can upgrade your religion to theology.
I like that. That's cool. Alright, so what am I doing? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend an action to get Joan of Arc into my hand. Done. Alright. The next thing I'm going to
Why did you take Joan of Arc? Because it's not like I'm going to be attacking you. What did she say again?
Your temples give you +1 strength for each of their happy faces. Every time there's an aggression or war against you, you get 5 points.
So you're just taking it for the happy faces?
Possibly.
So you're going to be wanting to get temples.
Maybe.
Well, you're going to have to pay 3 for that theology way up there.
I know.
Do it.
Just wondering what else I should be doing here. I've got 4 actions left. I'm going to spend 1 to spend 3 to get my first temple, which gives me happiness and more culture.
Can't let me have 2 extra harps to try to catch up with you a little bit.
No, that's just silly.
You're silly.
I am silly. And I'm thinking I'm going to spend the 3 to get theology. I know.
I Jedi minded you?
No, I had that plan in mind, but I didn't
did.
expect theology to come out like that. And then I kind of didn't want it to come out until later, but that's okay.
You could have waited a round or 2 to get it.
Unless you tried to take it too.
I think I have a different plan in mind for my
Possibly. Anyway, I did it. It's done. So these are gone.
Can you read me Leonardo's card again, please?
Yeah, in a second. Well, it's just we got like other stuff that needs to get done.
I know, but I'm trying to plan my move out.
I know, but I also have to fill up all the stuff and make sure the game runs properly. So yes, I will. As soon as we're done all the cleanup stuff,
yes.
you got it.
You can only have 1 building of a type too, right? Like you can never have 2 printing presses.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that happens now is our farms produce.
I have 2.
And then consumption.
I eat 1.
Yep. And then our mines produce.
I get 3.
And there's no corruption in the base game, or the simple game, so that's done. You have 1 science. Yeah. I have 2.
Bugger.
And then we both get 2 points. That is it. Then we have an event.
I hope it's good.
The development of markets. Each civilization produces 2 ore or 2 food, your choice. 2 ore or 2 food?
It was easy for me. Or all the food.
Yep.
You're going to be making all kinds of followers?
Yeah. It's time for followers. Okay. Alright, now I can go through the cards. So we still got printing press, which is 1 culture, 1 science, cost you 3 to put out. Leonardo da Vinci, your best lab produces an additional amount of science equal to its level. So
I don't have a good lab because it's only A.
Yeah. Right now it's worth nothing, but if you get
a printing press.
No, that's simple. That's different.
Oh.
Oh no, library as well.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is a level 1, so instead of 1 science, it would produce 2 science. And every time you play a technology card, your civilization produces an ore. He's pretty awesome. Monarchy, technology breakthrough, irrigation, bread and circuses, iron, patriotism, Genghis Khan, bread and circuses, printing press.
I'll take the printing press.
Okay, printing press is yours.
I will take Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Da Vinci.
There you go.
And then I have a tickle in my throat, so I have to have a drink of water.
Okay.
Okay, and then I think I need to look at my cards that I have.
Me too. That's a bummer. Crap. We were...
what did we play wrong?
We were playing around with the camera when I was setting up the Age 1 cards. And because we're playing a 2-player game, all the cards that say 3+ and 4+ should be out of the deck, and they're not. So this deck is a whole lot bigger than it's supposed to be.
Well, whenever you get a 2+ or a 3+, you just remove it to the side.
Yes, we're going to start doing that right now.
Okay. Do you have 2+ and 3+?
Oh yeah, that's how I looked at my cards and noticed it.
I don't have any.
Okay.
And there's an irrigation here. Oh, that's a big mistake. That's poo. So do we want to just...
These are supposed to be out. These are supposed to be out.
And whichever one you have in your hand, if it's a double, just take that out of the deck. And should we just move all those down?
Yep.
Okay. And then replace them with... I mean... Is Theology 9 even supposed to be in there?
No, it is.
Oh. But there's
there
only
is
one.
only one of them, so that makes the fact that I took it even more...
Even more
yeah.
troublesome.
Awesome. Alright,
I see.
So...
Hey, now.
We caught that before we played any of those cards.
Well, that's good, I guess. I have 2 more actions left, and I have to decide what's the best thing for me to do. And come on.
All right.
How many more times are you gonna do that?
I'm done.
Okay.
Michelangelo.
You wanted us to fight on camera.
Christopher
There
Columbus. There we go. Oops.
Christopher Columbus looks like one of those plastic people, I think, from Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's weird.
And here's Cthulhu. Anyway, I think...
Wow, Michelangelo's awesome too.
Your temples...
Theaters and wonders produce an extra culture for each of their happy faces. And it costs you 1 less civil action to take a wonder card from the card row.
Ooh, he is good.
Yeah, Michelangelo rules.
Maybe I shouldn't have taken... Well, we can't take any more... I can't take any more leaders. I already have it.
Yeah, me either.
A level 1.
Yeah. Bummer. Oh well.
Okay. The next thing I need to do is... When I took the printing press, did I get a science?
I have no idea, because you need to track that. But probably not.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
1 more. I have to make a person. So that's going to cost me 3 food.
Yep.
And then I think I want to put my printing press down.
Okay.
So that's going to cost me 3 science.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Nice. All right. That's your go?
Yeah.
I really wanted monarchy.
Bye, monarchy.
Bummer. Uber bummer.
Well, I really wanted bread and circuses, so there's no way for me to get it now. And that's funny because I might have chosen my cards different after all those cards disappeared. Because I think there were 2 bread and circuses on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, we messed that up.
That's okay.
Alright, for my first action, I'm going to spend 2 of my science to put down theology, which upgrades my temple. Okay. I'm going to spend 3 food to get a new worker. I'm going to spend 3 food to get a new worker. Cha-ching. And I'm going going to spend 2 to upgrade to my theology, so I get another happiness. Irrigation. Do I want to get irrigation? I think I do want to get irrigation, so I will get irrigation.
Buy bread and circuses. I was wondering why we had the player 3 and 4 age 1 is in the deck. Because we only ever play 2-player.
No, it's because they're at the bottom and I just grabbed them and started shuffling. That's why.
We should put them face up on the bottom. Upgrade a farm, mine, or urban building. Pay 2 less.
Nice.
That one is nice. Masonry.
Cool, our first blue card.
1, 2, and 3 urban buildings cost 1 or less. Up to 2 stages of a wonder for 1 civil action.
Those are cool.
And warfare. Add +1 to your strength and you gain 1 military action.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Nice. Alright, we get an event? Nope, we don't. We do this.
I make 2 foods.
2 food.
I pay 1 food.
And I pay 1 food.
I make 3 ore. Thank heavens for no corruption, because I've got ore coming out of my ear holes right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then, let's see. You get 1 science, I get 2. We both get 2 points. That is it, I believe. Now we have an event. The development of science. Each civilization scores 2 science points. Done. And it is your go.
So I can't get the printing press, because I already have one.
Oh,
What
yep.
was that, the very first yellow card say?
You have 1 extra military action and an extra 2 ore for building military units.
And the harvest is extra food.
Yep. And extra science.
I can't get them.
Yeah.
Wow. It's interesting.
Holy ore.
I know. I think I have to do something about my ore
That is crazy amounts of ore.
this turn.
It's a good thing we're not playing with corruption.
And you know what? I'm not going to really be able to take any science cards for a long time. So I'm going to change up to Leonardo.
Okay.
Bye, Aristotle.
Aristotle is out of the game.
I'm going to...
You should be building some of those is what you should be doing.
I know, Justin. I know.
Like crazy ore.
I only have one. See, I have a really issue with not enough workers because I don't make enough food.
Yeah.
That's a bad issue right now. So I'm actually going to maybe...
Well, you could get bountiful harvest, and then next round you'll be able to get another worker. Because it'll give you 2 food.
I was thinking about dismissing my 2 military people, though.
You could do that as well. Did I go over like the end scoring and how it works?
No, I know we get points for our happy faces, and I know we get points for our military.
Okay, it is 2 points for every level 1 technology that you have in play, including government. 2 points for every point of strength, 2 points for every happy face, and 1 point for every science point that you produce in a turn, and 1 point for every food and resource that you produce in a turn.
I'm going to dismiss my 2 military and make them back in the worker pool.
Okay, your strength goes down to 0.
I'm going to...
Make it good, you just gave up 4 points.
Yeah. It's a gamble.
Yep.
Play this. Build a new urban building. Pay 1 less ore.
Nice.
So I'll build one of my printing presses for 3 instead of 4.
Isn't it 2 less ore? Oh, 1 less.
1
okay.
less.
Sorry, my bad. Okay.
So I can put 1 in there.
So your science production goes up 1, and your point production goes up by 1.
But it's a library, so I get
plus 1 to your science.
Right.
Nice.
And every time I play a technology card. Okay.
Yep.
So now I have 2 more white actions, and it's gonna be to build another printing press.
Yeah.
See, that made it good, didn't it? I turned my soldiers into librarians.
Yep. So your culture production goes up 1, and your science production goes up 2.
And I have 1 left, and I think it costs me 2 to make a farm. I think I'm going to make another farm.
Okay.
Because I have 2.
Yep.
To make a farm.
Right on. And you were done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these all go?
I had used this up.
Yep.
So do you think that was good enough to get rid of my warriors? We'll see.
We'll see, but it was definitely worth it to get your printing presses going. They're going to get you a lot of points. Work of art comes out.
Nice.
Swordsman's come out.
Nice.
And drama theaters come out.
Ooh, they're pretty.
Alright, so what do I got here? I've got all sorts of crazy things. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. Don't like that. I'm going to use 1 action to get a bountiful harvest, which I can't use until next round. Darn it. I'm going to use 2 to get iron.
Wow.
And then I'm going to use 1 to spend 5 of my science. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that I can upgrade the mine.
Your cube's not quite on the science track. It should be on 4.
There we go. Okie dokie. And then my last action is going to be to spend 3 to upgrade 1 of my mines. And now I have a military action left. I don't think I'm going to do much of anything there. So those can go there. I am done. Alright, so first we get some farming going, and then we pay consumption. Then we get some mining going.
We ignore corruption.
Yep. So it's interesting because I've upgraded my mine, and my upgraded mine produces 1. So I just put 1 there, but it's worth 2 because it's on that card. So you got to kind of keep track of not just how many of these are, but where they are. And it's also important in the advanced game because in the advanced game, if you can get all your mines upgraded, each of these is worth more resources and less off the board, which means less corruption. Lots of layers. So we did farms, we did mines. Wow, you're up to 5 science. That's nice.
Ooh.
And I'm up to 2. And then you're up to 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm up to 2 points. 1, 2.
Ooh.
And then these shuffle off. These shuffle down. And then we get an ideal building site. The Taj Mahal, which is worth 3 points per round.
Wow.
Irrigation for your farms. And efficient upgrade.
Wow. Taj Mahal.
So we've done all this, done all the cards, we've done all our points. It's your go, which means an event. The development of religion. Each player with an unused worker may immediately build an Age A temple for free. Yeah! So I get 1 happy face, and my points go up by 1.
Yeah, he's dreaming. I wonder if they heard that. That's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Gales, you okay?
I'm sleeping. Leave me alone.
Sound asleep.
Okay, and it is your go. Ooh, that was like perfect timing.
I do not want Justin to get the Taj Mahal, but if I want it, it's going to cost me all of my civil actions, which is horrifying.
Yeah, because it costs you... No, I think... No, who's that?
Not
somebody
Leonardo.
else. It was somebody else. Somebody else makes it cheaper to get Wonders out. Yeah, it wasn't.
I'm going to have to do what I wanted to before. I'm going to take the first blue card there.
Masonry? That's a good card.
And I can actually, it's not a yellow one, so I can actually play it right now if I want to.
Correct.
So I just want to see what else. Maybe I want to use all my actions to get cards because I don't have any.
Yeah.
So it's what fruit?
Increase your population, and then your civilization produces 2.
Not right now.
Produce 2 ore.
Oh, I don't know.
Upgrade a farm, mine, or urban building to pay 2 less. Work of art for 5 points.
I'm going to take, I only have 3, so I'm going to take the drama for 2.
Okay, yep.
And I'm going to play the masonry.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3 science down, and you produce
an ore.
An ore.
With Leo.
Yep. So now your level 1 urban buildings cost 1 less.
And
you
that's
may, yep.
The gray ones.
You may.
I can build 2 stages of my wonder if I had one.
Oh, okay.
For
one
only
action.
one
Yep.
white candy.
Now the only problem is that it doesn't count for these because they're antiquity. You need level 1.
It's level 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
Well, in this game, just level 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I
So
kind of just took one.
That's true. Yep. Yeah. Okay. You are done.
Mm-hmm.
These all shuffle away. This shuffles down.
This is the Universitas Carolina. And it costs 3, 3, and 3 ore. You get 1 harpsichord and 2 science.
That's interesting.
Mineral deposits. Your civilization produces 2 ores.
Mm-hmm.
Alchemy.
Ooh, an upgrade for the lab.
The lab.
Nice.
Theocracy.
Cool.
And rich land. Build a new mine or farm. Pay 2 less.
Cool. Alright, so I've got my 5 actions. What do I got here that I'm trying to do?
I think I'm in trouble because I let him...
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend an action. And it's going to cost me 2. So I'll use these 2. I get to upgrade my temple. So that gives me another happy face. Yeah.
I think I'm in trouble.
And that's going to be important later. My farm has 2 food and I need 3. So my next action will be a bountiful harvest, which will give me 2 food. And my next action will be to spend 3 of it to get another worker. Upgrade a farm, military, or urban building and pay 2 less. I'm gonna spend 1 to get that efficient upgrade. Thought I was going to get the work of art.
I really needed to get that to equal out the work of art you had previously.
That's why I'm not worried about getting it, because now it's gone.
I know. And I only had enough, and I really, 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 really wanted the drama house. So I had to...
The next one, my last action, is to replace Hammurabi with Joan of Arc. So Hammurabi is gone, which means I no longer have this extra one. I get that military action back. And I used it on my last action so that I can get that bonus there.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
Now, each of my temples gives me +1 strength for each of their happy faces. So I get +4 strength right now.
And that's extra 2 points per strength at the end of the game. So I just basically lost.
Right I don't know if you lost, but
right in
that is going to definitely help.
There.
Because I thought, hey, Joan of Arc doesn't give me a whole lot, but I get 2 points per happy face and 2 points per strength. So basically, every happy face I get, she doubles the amount of points I'm getting for it. Yeah. That's why I did it. That was my plan. These are going to shuffle down, and then we got drama. We've got alchemy.
Give you drama.
And we got knights.
Let's see. And it's time to make food and stuff.
We produce food, and then consumption.
I'm going to make some babies here.
And then we produce ore.
Thank goodness we ignore corruption.
Yep. And then for science, you're producing 5.
Did I eat a food?
4, 5.
I wish we had the instant replay. I don't know if I put a food back for my consumption.
I have no idea.
I don't know if I did.
And then you're producing
might have put back double
4
food.
Points. I'm producing 3. There we go. Good. Then we get an event. The development of agriculture H civilization produces 2 food.
Well, there we go. If I put back double food, at least I got some extra.
And it is your go.
I would like to take the Taj Mahal, please.
The Taj Mahal is all yours, but that costs you 2 actions.
Oh, I forgot that.
Now, do you still want to do that, or did you not want to do that? Oh, but now you have that, which means you can build. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll still do that. I forgot that.
Okay.
So I have 2 things I can do from here. So I am going to put out my science here, or my drama here.
Okay, so that costs you 4 science.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And every time I play a technology card, your civilization produces an ore.
Holy ore crazy.
And then I'm going to use my last action to produce 2 stages on my wonder.
Yeah. So 6. Nice.
And oops. Some of that and put it there. And I'm out of actions. I wanted 1 more action. I just needed 1 more action.
Bummer. This shuffles off.
You're like, deal with it.
Well, you're catching up to me rather
Clear
quickly.
The board. Well, I don't think, because I don't have much of endgame scoring now, because my happy faces are 3. Yours are 4, and you have all that stupid military power. Makes me cranky.
It's pretty awesome.
St. Peter's Basilica. Well, this is just going out of the game.
Put it in there.
Each of your happy faces produces twice.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Cartography. Add +1 to your strength. You have an additional +2 bonus when colonizing a territory. The colonizing comes into the more advanced games.
Yep.
And more military people. Swordsmen this time.
Alright. Now, I don't think those 2 would go together. I mean, this one would mean I would get... I get like 1, 2, 3. My happy faces would be to 8, but I don't think it would also bring my strength up.
Why wouldn't it?
Each of your happy faces count twice. Your temples give you +1 strength for each of their happy faces.
Oh, it's just temples.
Each of your happy faces counts twice. Maybe it would.
No. That says your temples.
Yes, but each of my happy faces counts twice.
Oh.
Yes, it's actually right here. So this doubles the effect of Joan of Arc and Michelangelo. But for me to take St. Peter's Basilica right now would cost me all 4 of my actions.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I wouldn't be able to do anything else.
And because I have the Taj Mahal, I can't take it.
Holy cow. See, I was thinking of doing Theocracy because it would allow me to it'd give me 2 happy faces, 1 culture, but the big thing with Theocracy is it would allow me to put another temple into play. So that would still give me 4 happy faces and 2 more points. I'm thinking I want to do that instead because it costs me 3 to put that into play, and then I can upgrade right away. Where St. Peter's Basilica,
it's going to take you a little
all
while.
4 of my actions just to get the card started.
But I can't take it.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't want to take it anyway. You're just going to be able to wait and get it for freaking free.
So I'm going to spend 2 actions.
Not free, but
to get Theocracy.
Cheaper.
And my science is at 6, which means I cannot put this government into action right now.
Yahoo!
Urgh.
That makes me feel
That's a bummer.
better.
That is a bummer.
Not really, I'm scared. Really scared.
But I can spend an action in order to spend 3 food and get another worker, which means I really need to be upgrading them. 3. How much science am I producing? 2? That sucks. My science production is lame. Okay. I've got 1 more action. And is there anything else I want to get from there? I don't think so.
And the game's pretty much almost over, really.
It's getting down there, yeah. Darn it. Well, I'm not going to do that. I am going to use my last action to spend 3 ore to upgrade another one of my mines. And those are all my actions. Oh, that was dumb. I could use that card instead. Oh well, whatever. I'll use it next time. I am done. So that is done. All my actions are done. All your actions are done. These are all gone out of the game. These are going to shuffle down.
Engineering genius. Build 1 stage of a wonder. Pay 3 less.
Ooh.
Ooh, wouldn't that be wonderful for your St. Basilica thing?
That would be nice.
You gain civil action.
Awesome.
And iron.
Oh wow, that's done.
It.
So what happens now is this is our last round. Yeah.
Oh.
Yay!
Let's play it out.
Farms produce.
3.
And then my farms are immediately, done. And then mines produce. Because I got lots of ore for this last round.
Man, I'd be doing bad consumption. Corruption, I mean.
I guess. You're like hoarding everything.
I don't know what happened. I really made some big mistakes.
You get 5 science.
And I have nothing to spend it on.
I get 2.
Oh, man.
And then you're going to get 4 points, and I'm going to get 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get our last event. The development of settlement. Each civilization increases its population 1 for free.
Oh, yay.
And it is your go.
Okay, what are those yellow ones over there?
It
doesn't matter.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to use them.
Alchemy. I can't have drama. Alchemy.
Yep. Cretia Labs.
Give me the alchemy, please.
Okay.
Just because I need some more points in the end of the game.
There you go.
So that means I need to make the alchemy. So that's 4 science.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you get 1 resource or ore. Yep.
Now, it's if I have them up here. I don't have to have people on them, right? For the scoring at the end for the...
Correct.
That's why I chose it. And
now, you still get points, like, for all the, like, science that you produce, those are worth points.
So I get 2 more?
Well, no, because you don't have anything on there.
Oh, right.
You're going to get points for having those cards out, but you're also going to get points if you put stuff on them.
Mm-hmm. Now, I need to make this Taj Mahal.
Yep.
That's 2. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, it's only my buildings here that...
Yep.
So I can put this over here, and that
Yep.
gives me 3 more harpsichords.
Yep.
And then I have 2 actions left, and I have a lot of food and 4 ore, so I think I better build this for 1 less. Yes.
Yep. So that's going to give you 2 more points and 1 happiness. So your happiness goes up 1.
And I have all that food. What can I do with all that food in 1 action? Not a lot. I mean, I can make a person, but does that matter? In the end scoring.
I don't think, no.
Because I can make a person, but I can't do anything with him because I don't have any ore to turn him into a soldier.
Oh, right.
Because my military actions, I can build a military unit, upgrade a unit, and disband a unit. That's it.
Yep.
But with this, I could disband, I could destroy a farm or a mine, and then I could, no, I don't have any ore.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't have any ore. Just because I have all this food, I'm going to make a person.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I think that I can do. I guess it would have been this one.
Yep. I think you were done.
I think I'm also done. I think I've been done a long time ago.
I don't know. I don't think you're out of the game.
I think you won big time.
I don't know.
I think you did.
Because look at how many points you're going to get at the end of this round.
I think you beat me ages ago.
You're getting 9. I'm getting 3 at the end of this round.
We'll see.
So
You're getting
we'll see.
How much is that? 2 points per 6?
Something like that.
12. That's way more than 9.
So I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8. I needed 2 more. That sucks.
Oh, that's bugger.
Whatever. I am going to use 1 and 7 of these points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so that I can put theocracy into play. And it is a peaceful transition, which means I get the rest of my actions, which is nice. So that gives me 2 happy faces, and I'm going to get 1 point. So that is cool.
And now you can have 3 theologies.
Oh, 3 military actions?
I mean,
oh, yeah.
3 houses, so you can have 3 theologies.
Yes. And that is going to be my next action, is to upgrade, actually do an efficient upgrade. No, wait, that's not what I want. I'm not upgrading, I'm building one. So it's going to cost me 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I get to create another temple, which gives me 2 more happy faces, 2 more strength, and 1 more point.
See, there's a big,
that was awesome!
There's a big issue here because you got to upgrade 2 of your things and I didn't.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I didn't take those things.
Okay.
Oh.
Next, I can play...
I don't want to be trounced on here.
Efficient upgrade, so I can upgrade my mine for 2 less, which means it costs me... I still actually have that. Because it still cost me 1. But that'll be worth a couple points at the end of the game. Alright, I got 1 more of these actions. I don't think there's really much I can do.
Yeah, well, those people made.
I know.
But you're right. You don't have enough ore to do anything.
I mean, I could spend, because I've got 3 ore. I could spend 3 ore and get another lab. It'll be worth an extra point.
But what if you used your ore to make your military man?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean...
I could use... Because it'll cost me 2, so I can make 1 more. No, I can't do knights because I don't have the science for it. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. Is I am going to... There's not really anything I can do this with. Use this for. So I'll use a military action to spend 2 ore to create another warrior and go up 1 on the strength chart. And then I've got 1 ore left, and I don't think there's anything I can do with that 1 ore and these actions. So those are done. Alright. So we don't have to produce... Technically we do.
So we're producing?
Yep. And I think the only reason you do it is to check to see if you can pay your consumption, because if not, you lose points. So as long as you can pay your consumption, you're fine. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Mm-hmm. I can.
Yep. And we're done?
I produced.
Yep. Alright, and then you're getting 5 science. I'm getting 2. You're getting 9 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm getting 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, at least I caught up in that way.
Yep.
I think maybe my strategy might have been better for a long game.
Possibly, yep.
Not the short game.
True, because the simple game is really quick. You just start getting into developing what you can do, and then the game's over.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like that so that you can just get used to how the game plays.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what we do now is the end game scoring, and the end game scoring changes a lot in the advanced game.
From game to game, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
for the simple game end scoring, we do this.
Every technology card that's level 1. Yeah, so anything that has these, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, you have 4.
Yay, I have 4.
It gives you 2 points each.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And I have 3, so I get 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Every point of strength gives you 2 points, so I've got 18. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, that helps. My strength of 9 versus your strength of 0.
Yeah. Joan of Arc is not nice.
Joan of Arc was awesome.
She's mean.
2 points for each happy face.
I have only 8 points.
Okay.
You have full.
I have 16. That was awesome. Alright,
and that's it, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh.
So, for every science point that you produce per round, you get a point. So, you are getting 5. And I get 2. For every food and resource that you produce per round, you get a point. So, I get 8. There you go. And I won 74 to 52. Woo!
No.
Yay!
That's really mean.
Well, wasn't that mean? I just won, is all. Not your game.
Oh well.
That's right.
You've been playing a lot on the Board Game Arena though, and I have not been playing.
And you should. It's awesome.
I'm too scared to play against strangers.
We'll set up a game so you can play against me. Board Game Arena, if you go there and look up Sweethearts or Rivals, that's me, and I play this turn-based constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me up for a game.
Yeah.
Yep. And that is Through the Ages, A Story of Civilization, the simple game.
I think I forget almost how to play this, Justin.
Awesome.
I remember, but I don't remember everything.
I'll go through it.
Okay, good.